bike that got Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR. When it was new, 18,500 £180 PS horsepower motorbike with electronic semi-active front suspension, semi-active rear suspension, rider modes, traction modes, wheelie control, all that kind of stuff. And it is quite the different bike from what I had before. The bike I had before, if you've seen any of my videos, was also a Triumph, but not red and not a sports bike. It was a Triumph Speed. It was a Triumph Bobber. Oh my god, it is a Triumph Bobber. So a completely different style of motorbike. And going to this is a completely whole new riding experience for me. The whole kind of geometry, the position, the trying to not get bum cramps when standing on it, the use of weight on my wrists, the sheer goddamn power that this makes is insane. So again, I bought this after watching lots of reviews about this bike online. And the reviews, some people are saying, oh, it's not quite in the super bike category. It doesn't have the 200 horsepower, blah, blah, blah. This has unlimited horsepower. There's no need for more horsepower. I, certainly with my riding experience, cannot do full throttle pulls on this. The torque curve isn't a curve. It's just bang, straight along. It's like, boom, torque, and then the power just goes up and up and up, and it's just relentless. You are literally hanging on for dear life, and you're hanging on for dear life when you're not being battered by the wind. So with the Triumph Bobber, you go full throttle, it makes an amazing sound. And you're going at 70, 80, 90 miles an hour and you're getting battered by the wind. The sensation of speed is amazing. But the wind is part of it. Here, you're slightly protected from the wind. Not a huge amount, but you are a little bit. And also just the whole riding position, much more wind-friendly. But yet, when I'm doing full throttle, I'm scared because it feels like, even though I'm in this very far forward position and I'm 100 kilograms weight on top of it, it feels like this wants to go one wheel. This wants to be a unicycle, it feels like.
So as I say, I can't do full throttle because it's just terrifying. Right, so third gear, I think I need to know pull this one down. So third gear, 40 kilometers an hour. Here, let's go.
And I don't have the skill, the knowledge, or the experience of wheelies. I don't want to go into a wheelie and find out I don't know how to do a wheelie or land a wheelie without killing myself. There is a thing called a wheelie school that you can go to. So I'm quite keen on doing that just to develop that skill. Same with like going on a track day with something like this. It'd be quite nice. To develop that skill, understanding, knowledge of speed and weight distribution and the forces you get and the power of the tires and all that kind of stuff. Oh, look at it. Yes, look at that. Single-sided swing up. So that's what things I've always wanted in a motorbike. A single-sided swing arm. Öhlins suspension. That sexy yellow spring with the gold shocks, which I bet are bloody hot just now. With the gold shocks. Oh, and the gold forks at the front. Mwah, chef's kiss. And I recently did a test ride of the new 1200 RS, and I was like, holy shit, the engine in this is fantastic. So I thought, this is amazing, but its look-wise, didn't do it for me. Not saying that's not a good-looking bike, it's an amazing, but it's a naked bike, and I was like, that's a bit too close to what the Triumph Bobber already is to me. This, on the other hand, I think is just stunning. Just This is not a motorbike. This is a piece of art. This does not deserve to be in a garage or even on a road. This should be in a museum, in a art. This is an art installation. This is a open the garage door and go, holy shit, I like that piece of art you have in your garage. Not, oh, that looks like a fast motorbike. How fast does it go, pal? It is absolutely stunning. You've also got a proper. This is a seat at the back. Not a chance anyone sitting on the back of this. But you can get there's like a metal one as well, so it looks even sexier when you do all that. And also, just to top it all off, this, as I said, when new, 2022, we'll say, 2022. It was 18. I think it was 17,999 for the white one, and then plus another 300 for the red one, and then this one's got the kind of crash protectors and all that kind of stuff. So you're talking about £18,500. Oh, from 2022 to 2006. Oh dear God, the price has plummeted. The depreciation is fantastic. It is just oil drive into the ground more than any other motorbike that's out there, or certainly any other drive. Why? Is it because it's not a fucking amazing bike? No, it is. Is it not because it's absolutely stunningly beautiful? No, it absolutely is. Is it because it just didn't find an audience? That seems to be the reason. So strangely, because it's not quite superbike, because it's not quite touring bike, because it's not quite naked bike, it just didn't have an audience. Just didn't have enough people buying it. Which means it got discontinued after 2 years. So 22, 23, 24 years. 2023, 24. And then they went, nobody's buying it, let's get rid and give up on this. Oh, what does that mean? There's never going to be more of these made. This is now a limited edition. Looking at the stats online, in the UK, it seems like only about 450, maybe 500 were ever bought, sold, and currently registered as tax online on the road is around about 350. There's only 350 of these motorbikes in the whole of the UK. That is premium rarity. And for the, I never actually told you the discount. This was down at £10,500. It has depreciated £8,000. So the whole value of my Triumph Bauble is what has been depreciated out of this for me to get. So this is a £10,000. Or I could go buy a Kawasaki ZX4RR, I think, and that's probably about 8.5, 9, a couple grand less, and that's 77 horsepower. This 177 horsepower, or 180 PS, however you want to measure it, and just, what an absolute steal. What an absolute bargain. So yeah, I'm the guy that bought this, because I also, not only, one, am I not good enough to ride it, but two, it will help me hopefully develop as a rider and give me opportunities to hone my skills and my experience. But also, I think this is not going to go down in price anymore. It's only got 3,500 miles. What's that? A 4-year-old bike with barely 1,000 miles a year done, and it's lost £8,000. That is quite an expensive depreciation per mile, pounds per mile. That's like £3 per mile is lost in depreciation almost. So every mile that you've ridden on this, the person's lost £3. Oh, you go for a ride up to the Highlands and back. That's a 200-mile trip. That will have cost you 600 quid's worth of depreciation. Oh, shocker. Poor previous owners of this. Holy shit, son. So anyway, yes, I bought this. I think it's a fucking good-looking bike, and it sounds. I changed the exhaust as soon as I could. I got rid of the bread box at the side and put on the Pro Race shorties there to make it sound better. And I think it does. Let's have a little listen and head over.